I've not seen these yet, so this is pretty cool. This was like a shout out to my mom, you know, with my mom going through cancer, really tough on her, and I really just wanted to give her a shout out and let her know that I'm recognizing her with this game, and what better way to do that than with partnering with the American Cancer Society. Basically, the cleats I wear every week, but with a little remix to them. Got the pink going on at the bottom. Got American Cancer Society right here. Then got my mom's name right here. Real simple, but very touching and effective for me. So it's big to just be representing my mom and having her name on my cleats when I play the game that I love. I'm a mama's boy to begin with, so when I was younger, my mom would take me to every single camp, every single football practice, every single basketball practice. She always saw that, you know, I was different. I had something going on in my life that I could really maximize and capitalize on. And she always believed in me. She was the first person at my games cheering for me. She was always the voice that I could hear while I was on the field, while I was making plays. She was the lone voice that I could hear in the stands. So she's always had a special effect on me. My sophomore year during football season, my parents were kind of holding it off from me just because I was going through a lot. But they finally broke the news to me that my mom was diagnosed with cancer. It shattered me a little bit just because when you're younger, you see your parents as almost invincible. So knowing that my mom was going through such a tough time, and like I was in school, I couldn't really be by her side. It was really tough for me. And then I feel like it really hit me when we played Buffalo my sophomore year, and that was probably the first game she's ever not have been able to been in attendance. There's so many emotions going through my head. Like I said, that I would always hear that lone voice in the stands, and it was my mom, and knowing that voice wasn't going to be there, dealing with that was going to be extremely tough, you know. So she's had my back forever. Knowing that she was in the hospital and I wasn't able to be there with her, knowing that she was kind of there by herself, you know. It was definitely tough for me going through that game, but I knew I had to just dedicate it to her.
Lofting it deep in the end zone, touchdown, Jahan Dotson. Off the pump fake, and it's a beauty. It's Dotson, touchdown. Oh, how do you do?
Having my mom in the hospital watching the game, you know, she was praying for me. I was praying for her. It was just a pretty cool moment that we shared together, and I feel like she was right there on my shoulder. Looking back on it, I just appreciate that my mom's still here, you know. Like, my mom's still able to come to my game. She's healthy now. I pray for it every single day. Every time I take a knee on Sundays now, I'm praying for her and making sure that she's okay. So I feel like the biggest lesson I would take away from this is count your blessings and don't take anything for granted. Like, when I think about like my mom, she's such a fighter, you know. I just sat back and I realized, you know, like, just be as strong as your mom is, you know. No task that you're doing can even compare to what she's going through. She's been my rock since day one, you know. I feel like in that sense, we kind of just feed off each other. When she's going through something, I feel like I'm going through the same thing, and vice versa. So it's definitely pretty cool, the bond that we share. It always feels like she's on my shoulder, you know, even when she's not there. It feels like she's right there with me. I know it's the same for her.
The Washington Commanders select Jahan Dotson.
When I first heard my name called, my parents were both right next to me, and just being able to embrace that hug, you know, this is what you've been dreaming of all your life. Just to share that moment with my parents it meant the world to me. Thank God, you know, she's in remission now. You know, it's hard realizing that your mom was going through that. Like I said, you know, you look at your parents as almost invincible. You feel like nothing can really happen to them. And these days, you know, you just gotta take the moments in and be lucky that you can share these moments going through life with her. Kids dream about playing in the NFL someday, and it's much more than just that sport. You know, you have the ability to reach a lot of people in this world. These past few months, I've been trying to just do that, make sure that I'm there for people when they feel like they don't have anyone. that was big, my mom, you know. Obviously, our family's gonna always be there, but just making sure that I'm there with her, not only with my mom and a lot of people who are battling cancer, making sure that they realize that they're not by themselves. They have someone who's always gonna be there for them, and I try to be that voice for them.